Good afternoon, everybody. Here I am for my 12 o'clock live on our 10-year celebration journey. And the last few days we have been going through the team and reminiscing through the years, going offline to online. And today we're talking about writing your book alone versus writing it with a system because a lot of the time we simply don't know what we don't know. And if I can turn the clock back 12 and a half years ago when I was writing my first book. Sorry guys, I'm just looking at that, make sure that this live is live. And so yeah, 12 and a half years ago, I thought you just open up a Word document and you just start typing, and that's all it took to write a book. Yet now that I'm 10 years on from helping people bring out their own books into this world, I realize I wish a person like me existed back then, which they did, but I didn't know people like me existed. I didn't know there was such a thing as a book coach or a mentor. I didn't know anything about understanding the publishing industry. And now there's a lot of information out there on how to self-publish a book and all that kind of stuff. So, I guess I created Ultimate 48 Hour Author because, I would have invested in this system had I known that it existed. I actually recently, probably about a year ago, developed this 80-point checklist, for a first-time author, because a lot of the time we have people come to our seminars and they're kind of like, oh, I can do this on my own. And yes, absolutely, we can all do and work things out on our own. But to what effort, to what sacrifice, and what will be the perceived likelihood that we will get it done properly and actually not waste time and money? Because through my own trial and error of writing my very first book by myself, I was actually stuck with the company. I didn't get my print ready files. I have been harassed for the last 12 years because my number's been given out to so many other people that are ringing me to sell me marketing and things like that. And I had to republish and I had to refine and I had to redo things because I didn't think about what comes next after the book. And I wanted to grow a business behind the book, yet I didn't put any offers or any calls to action. All of these tiny little things that go at the front end, the back end of the book, tend to get forgotten a lot of the time with authors. So if you are on this journey of, wanting to write a book and, you haven't done it yet, go at least to some educational stuff. It is out there. I mean, come to our seminar. I run it almost every week on a Tuesday, generally 9 till 11:30 Melbourne time. Next one's coming up this coming Tuesday. What is next Tuesday? Not the 3rd, it'll be the 10th. I'll pop the link below this, but just at least understand and kind of know what questions you should be asking if you're going out there. And if you want a copy of the 80-point checklist that I have developed, because that actually gives you a little bit of a self-assessment. Should I be doing this on my own? Or maybe I need to understand a lot more of these things that the questions that you ask you. Do you know how to do this? Do you know how to do that? And it goes through. I'm just trying to find it here on my computer to see if I can I can show it to you. I think I have got it here just to, so I can give you a little bit of a demo of what the checklist is about. Yeah, I found it. Yay. Okay, here it is. All right, so this is what it looks like. Of course, the one thing that I believe it holds back most first-time authors is their mindset. So it goes through some mindset questions. It goes through some time management questions. It goes through your writing approach, your publishing approach, your marketing know-how, your personal profile, your sales savviness, and then it's got a little checklist of where you score yourself out. And so it's a really awesome checklist to just go through, because the effort and sacrifice that it takes to do this on your own is massive. And what happens out there when you are trying to do something on your own, obviously you're Googling articles, you're Googling information, you're watching YouTube videos, and you're actually getting advice from multiple sources. And when you're getting advice from multiple sources, you'd get into overwhelm. And what happens when we get into overwhelm? Well, it's analysis paralysis, right? We cannot, really make any decisions. Same thing if you, like, say, have 3 health coaches and they're all telling you this is how you should eat, this is how you should exercise, this is how you should, do blah, blah, blah to get to your, and you're trying to listen to all 3 versus actually going to an end-to-end system and following one course until successful, which is an acronym for focus. Follow one course until successful, right? So yes, I absolutely believe people can do it on their own. I did it on my own, but to what cost, right? It cost me time. It had cost me harassment now for 12 years because my phone keeps ringing. I don't know how to get myself off these lists that I have got on with my first book, The 7 Ultimate Secrets to Weight Loss, and cost of republishing. Cost of having to edit and refine my files, because obviously that it wasn't good enough. It was just, I was making up my own things. How do I also know these mistakes that people make doing and publishing their own book, and even writing and publishing their own books on their own, is because I get to fix them. People come to my seminar, they said, I tried to do my book, I tried to save money, and I uploaded my book onto Amazon. And the biggest thing that you have done also, if you don't bring out a quality product that looks like it's traditionally published but it's self-published, is that you can take away from your credibility. You can take away from your credibility, which means people are gonna notice. Like, they're won't tell you to your face, but if the book doesn't look like it's professionally done, it can actually, ruin your reputation. So my advice is do it properly. I don't care if you do it with me or other people. Just go out there and find a system and a person that you like, that you trust, and that you can possibly even work with on multiple books. Because that's the one thing that I have noticed over the decade, is that I have authors now going through 2nd, 3rd book projects. One is up to number 6, and it's really wonderful because you end up developing a relationship with your publisher, and they get to know how you work, and you get to know how they work. When I did my 2nd book through to probably 6 or 7, I used a particular publisher in Melbourne, and I kept using them throughout those books until I opened my own publishing company 5.5 years ago, and my last 5 or 6 books have been through us internally. But yeah, think long term. I think writing a book and having a relationship with your publisher is really a great thing, because then you can move through it a lot faster, and therefore bring out more books and have that confidence that you're going to be taken care of, right? So I strongly recommend invest in someone that has a proven system, that is going to show you the steps, and that is going to keep encouraging you. Also look at what their support calls are like. Like, what is their support just via email, or do they have live support calls? We just literally minutes ago, every week we host our Publishing Accelerator calls. They go for 1 hour, they're live with our publishing manager and coordinator. Sometimes I pop into them as well and answer questions and all that. We have so much on our calendar of support calls that is live, and people can be with us rather than trying to work things out on their own or waiting for that email response and things like that. So compare the support and the hand holding that goes, because not all companies are equal, or how you will get treated along the way. So do your due diligence. And actually, the final thing I'm going to say is your due diligence. Go and talk to one of their authors. Go and talk to, if you are considering a company to work with, go and actually speak to their website. Remember the other day I showed you guys the bookshelf area of our website, where you can check out all the different books that we've published over the years. You can go to any particular publisher's website and find out, what are they like, contact one of their authors, and, and then you'll find out. I'll show you one more time. I've just opened up the website. We've got confetti on the website popping up. But yes, our website's got a little pop-up there at the moment for the 10-year celebration. But yeah, on our bookshelf, we have got all different books from the different categories and all that sort of stuff. I encourage you, speak to one of these authors, see what happens behind the scenes. Are these guys legit? All that kind of stuff. That's how you will truly find out, if you will, how your journey might end up being. So that's my advice. Don't write a book on your own. If you try to do it on your own, I know you're going to waste time, you're going to waste money. You are probably not going to know everything you need to know. And by the way, if you want the 80-point first-time author checklist, maybe comment below something, yes, 80-point checklist or whatever, and I'll get my assistant, Lindy, who can watch this live comments and send it right through to you so you can do a little bit of a self-assessment and reality check as to how much you know about writing and publishing your first book. Otherwise, if you want to contact us, come to our next seminar next Tuesday, 9 to 11:30. It is live. It is not a recording. It's not an evergreen. 9 to 11:30 Melbourne time. Or if you're not already ready and you really want to talk about your book with me, ping me. I'll put my link to chat with you. I'm around all of October. All of this 10-year celebration stuff is happening, and I'm so excited. Actually, one of my authors today is driving from Canberra to Melbourne to do a TEDx talk in Melbourne over the weekend. He's stopping in for coffee in the next couple of hours, and I get to meet him for the first time in real life. So this is our flavour. We've treated Ro's family. Come on for coffee, even though you've just driven for 8 hours. But he's just hot off the press published. I might actually do an interview with him while I have him here at my house. Yeah, I'm super excited about that. So have a wonderful day. I'm off to have some lunch. See you same time, same place. Tomorrow we'll tackle another area of this book writing journey and continuing our October celebrations. Bye, guys.